Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we're going to talk about resilience. What is resilience? Yani, this is a very good question because you probably watched my content and thought, wow, I have a very resilient life. I have high discipline. I follow structure. I keep to my prayers. And this feels like overwhelming to you. You don't know how to start. It feels almost impossible to start. And all of these feelings is like it's very tough for you to start. So in this video, I will teach you how to build a resilient lifestyle and how to build resilience in your mind, build this mindset. So, first off, what is this thing I have on the screen? What is this? So, I'm gonna, so this is very simple. This is a graph of how resilience and how things work. So, you as a person, you operate on functions that Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has made for you. And some of these functions is how do you actually build resilience. So, for example, something can feel very painful for you. Yes, and this is how you can build your discipline. So this is a pain curve. This right here. This is a pain curve. This symbolizes your pain. So this is how your pain accumulates. This is how it goes. This is like your reward system. And we can separate this into three different categories. We have small frustrations, challenges, and trauma. So in your brain, you have a brain called hippocampus and your prefrontal cortex. This is like where you do your rational thinking, and this is your personality. So basically, your brain is created so it will always seek comfort. It will always seek what's the most easiest thing to do, and that's why it's super hard to start on new things and keep them going. So I'm going to teach you how you can be resilient, not just one day but 365 days of the year. And the one thing that you have to change is your perspective. It's your perspective on things, because subhanallah, if you have a pessimistic perspective on life, things will be hard, things will be tough, things will be negative. But you see, how can you change your perspective to be positive and to be good? Because the thing, how you can like describe these categories is challenges. When you have a challenge, this is like when you're in your peak. This is where you have a goal. This is where you're striving. This is where things are fun. This is where you get destroyed, but you become stronger. For example, when you go to the gym, you break your muscles down, they get sore, but in 2 to 3 days they become stronger. Your bones, if you break them, they will regenerate in a couple of weeks. They're back to double the size of strength. It's the same with your mind, with everything you do. So the things that recharges or makes you stronger is challenges. We grow from challenges. You grow from defeat, because when you do something and you learn from your mistakes, this is when you grow. Are you with me? So the thing, small frustrations in your day-to-day life is like, for example, you walking with your groceries and your bag suddenly destroys. This is like a super small frustration. Or you didn't catch the bus, or things like this. These, they steal your energy. They give you some pain, but they just steal your energy. They're just annoyance in your life. It's like they're relevant. And when you experience too much pain, too much craziness, for example, being in war, seeing something die, seeing an accident, being in an accident, like things like this, bullying, like super high stress on your body, on your mind, when it becomes too much, when you overlap the threshold, it becomes a trauma. It basically, it makes you worse. It gives you PTSD. This is something you really want to avoid, having a trauma. But if you have traumas, you can obviously fix yourself, so you can reverse the engineering and get rid of your traumas. But the thing is, where you drive is when you have a challenge, where something is tough, but you're striving to get it done. For example, it could be a task, it could be a goal, it could be something you're really passionate about. And the thing is, when you see this curve, it's exponential and then it plummets down. So how can you as a person, stay inside of these zones and not go to either one of these, because small annoyances, they steal energy, and traumas, they kill you. If you can put it on the set extreme. So how you can change this and make everything a positive thing for you, where everything builds you up and it really doesn't destroy you, is with, subhanallah, perspective. Because with perspective, you can really find the positive things in your life. For example, if you didn't catch the bus, you says, Alhamdulillah, it's from Allah, it's always Allah's plans. And then you really build your patience, your sabr, you build your inner engine. Because if you have sabr, nobody could really destroy you. And how can you don't have too much stress or too much pain, is really about finding the positive in the negative. What can this teach me? How can I learn from this? How can I become better? How does this help me? If you really have the perspective of a positive guy, if your car breaks down, how can this help me? If your business fails, what did I learn? What do mistakes I need to correct for the next time? And from there, you can always be in this golden ratio of always having a lot of pain, but it's making you stronger. For example, ice baths. If you have oh, I hate ice water, I hate the cold water, then it's obvious you're gonna fail. But if you indulge in the pain and you're thinking of, what is this giving me? Because your brain is giving you false narratives, it's making stories inside of your brain telling you why you shouldn't do it. But the thing is, if you avoid listening to this voice, this little shaitan, and just pushing through and thinking positive, having a good perspective, it will become super good and healthy for you suddenly. It isn't a bad thing with the ice cold water. And now you're thinking okay, this is making some sense, but you all Christian, you're born with this, you've always been like this. But to tell you the truth, I haven't really been like this. As you can see, I was indulged in sugars, in comfort, in really a comfortable life. As you see, look at my face, look at the inflammation, I look dead. Look at this guy, I look really dead inside. Can you see some passion? Can you see anything that really oh my days, this is someone I want to be? No, you see what really happens when you indulge in comfort and all of these things. Here I was semi-professional in handball, I trained twice daily, and look at this. It's for some of you this is a good physique, but for someone whose chief aim is higher and you have high expectation for yourself and you train twice daily for several years on end, how can this be the good end result? So I needed to change something, and today I will teach you how you can get a good perspective on anything, how you can get this positive perspective on anything. And it's going to be 5 principles you have to follow. You have to make these 5 principles your golden pillars in your life. But you don't have to, you also have to do zakat, you have to do your prayers, you have to do hajj, you have to believe in the Quran as well, because we're Muslims, right? So the thing is, this is my story. This is how I'm at the age of 21. This is how I went from a broke handball player to an Ironman, to a triathlete, to an MMA fighter, to every single one of these things, just because I changed my perspective and I lived by these 5 principles. So I finished my first Ironman last year, July 7th, 2024. Then I did a second triathlon. It was Olympic distance in Oslo. I finished at 2:34, as I was just injured 7 months before this. I was injured for 5 consecutive years on and off because of handball, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing really. But in just 7 months, I really took my life from this to make to doing crazy shit I could never imagine. I became a role model for the young in Oslo. I had zero experience, and in just 4 weeks, I did MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai, or boxing. And at the end of the 4 weeks, I did a fight, and Alhamdulillah, I won. Just to be an example, because you need to do tough shit in your life. Then I completed a 10K. Look at this guy. He's super happy with himself because I'm striving towards something else, something bigger than myself. And now I have a resume that aligns with my goals and ambitions because I can do whatever I want, whatever I set my brain to, I can do it. And Alhamdulillah, start of this year, I got invited during Ramadan to Allah's house. And Alhamdulillah, this is the peak. This is the highlight of everything I do. And isn't all the sports and everything, yes, they're really important in the dunya, but akhirah, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, this was the best trip of my life, being in Umrah. It was super on the spot. I booked the trip 10 days before I went. Alhamdulillah, it's really changed my life. It really made me understand these principles I'm about to teach you. And this is not where I started to skyrocket, but this is where I understood, like, subhanallah, all the power you have, it's in your mind. It's really in your perspective. So if you really struggle with things, it's your perspective you have to change. You really have to change your perspective, your thinking, your thoughts, because you have to protect your brain. By the way, look at me. About to do my first fight ever. Yes, it was headgear. It wasn't just bare knuckles, but alhamdulillah, I finished. And from there on, when this principle is starting to accumulate, because nothing will change in one day, I can promise you that. But you can change in one day, but the results will accumulate throughout time and time, effort put in. So this is my physique after just 6 months. After just 6 months. And this is me now. I've completely changed. You can see 0 pimples. I look, alhamdulillah, like when you really double down on these things, you can achieve whatever you want. My confidence is sky high. I do whatever I want. I go train. I eat healthy. And the most important thing, I pray every single prayer with 100% focus, because you have to have taqwa. I just finished a high rocks. If you guys have ever imagined doing a high rocks, I can tell you it was, wow, subhanAllah, it was the best things. And this is just because I started to include these 5 principles in my life, because I really wanted a life with where resilience or this discipline is like indulged in my character, because before it was non-existent. And now I'm going to teach you these 5 principles you have to follow. These 5 principles will help you achieve this perspective of a positive thinker, of an optimist, of a good Muslim, of a guy who really wants to achieve more, subhanallah, and makes life easier for you and your family. So number 1, you have to have self-belief, subhanallah. You have to really believe in yourself that you can do the things you want to do. You have to, like, if someone's giving you a task or challenge, it's like, I'm gonna do it. I can do it. I'm the only one who can do it. And if you're struggling with low self-esteem or whatever, go in the gym, get a 6-pack. I swear, go in the gym, get a 6-pack. Okay, you don't know how to get a 6-pack? Just do push-ups and sit-ups after every prayer. Do push-ups and sit-ups after every prayer. Do small tasks. Start to build up this confidence. Clean your house, clean your room, get dressed nice. Do everything to just stack confidence. Get that belief in yourself again. Do something tough and come out of it on top. Just complete an Ironman. Just maybe not the Ironman, but I'm the guy. You have to tell yourself, I'm the guy. Do a half marathon. Do a 10K. Do something you never could have imagined. Just do it. Don't care about the results, just do it. Get the confidence, self-belief. Number 2, social accountability. This is, subhanAllah, this is really, really important, because most of you guys are probably doing things alone, a lone wolf, top G kind of guy. But the thing is, when you have a partner or when you have a friend you're doing something hard with, it becomes 10 times easier. So you can tell your brother, your friend, your parents, whatever it is, tell them something. I'm gonna do this, and they're gonna keep you accountable. Keeping you accountable, let's say the days you're laying off, and they suddenly came up to you like, what are you doing? Have you done what you're supposed to do? And then, oh no, I haven't done what I'm supposed to do, and then you do it. Because what's the worst thing? You're telling somebody I'm gonna do it, and then you're not completing it. It's like, oh, I feel shame. It really helps you with the mentality. Okay, and number 3, enforced cheerfulness. Enforced cheerfulness. Most of you guys probably have never done this before, but I can tell you an example. Every time I go in the ice bath, I really do not want to go into this ice bath. But the thing is, I don't listen to the narratives in my head. I just do the thing. And when I get in the ice bath, I tell myself, it's warm, it's hot, it's comfortable, it's easy, all of these things constantly. And what you think about is what you become. So at the end, in like 30 seconds, it becomes warm, it becomes comfortable. It's like I'm chilling. And you can use this in enforced cheerfulness as anything you do. If you go into the sauna, tell yourself it's cold, tell yourself it's comfortable, tell yourself it's easy. Before a game, tell yourself, I'm the one, it's easy for me, I can score a goal. After you do a mistake, I just did this, but it doesn't matter because I'm the one. I am the one who can do it. Recite Quran, like do and enforce cheerfulness. This is like the pinnacle, because shaitan loves the person who is idle, sitting still, fat, and is lazy. So you have to be the opposite of what shaitan wants. Number 4, this is maybe controversial for some of you guys, but I will die accomplishing this goal. You have to really be committed. You have to be super committed to the thing you want to do. And when you're living and breathing this thing you want to do, if it's completing a 10K under 30 minutes, if it's praying all 5 salahs, including sunnahs, if it's coming into this school or scholarship, if it's earning $1 million or whatever it is, when you set yourself a goal and you become this committed, I will die accomplishing this goal. Like the normal thing that would have hurt you, a bad night of sleep, bad comments, like all outside noise, it becomes irrelevant. It really does. It becomes irrelevant. Maybe you have felt this before when you're in a game, because I was a handball player, and you really want to win this game, you really want to score. Or when you're in a boxing match, it's like when you're like, I'm gonna win. It's only when this occurs where you really start to like shine. It's like nothing can stop you, because I will die accomplishing this goal. It's like it's the best feeling to be super committed to something and not half-ass it, because then you get half-ass results. And the last principle is become a person that does hard shit. Really, it's super simple. Become a person that does hard shit. So right now, if you're lazy, if you're watching this in your bed, if you're not happy with your physique, if you're not happy with your deen, if you're not happy with your values, how you think, like your friends, your environment, subhanallah, alhamdulillah rabbil alamin, you have the choice, you have the free will to become a person that does hard shit. Go off this video, go do a 10K right now, go do a 5K right now, do 20 push-ups. Just become a person that does hard shit. Like, you have to organize your life around this. Become a person that does hard shit. Structure a routine where you start the day with something you hate. If it's cold showers, if it's push-ups, if it's actually the prayer, if prayer is the problem for you, start your day with fajr. Wake up the fajr despite how you feel. Just become a person that does hard shit, because actions repeated again and again form your identity. So if you do hard shit every single day, it will become easier. It will become easier. The more you do a thing, it will become easier. So back again to the chart. So the more you do of a one thing that breaks you, it will make you stronger. So if you if praying is really really hard for you, and you push through the pain, because you don't think about the narratives in your mind. You don't think, oh, I'm tired, oh, I don't want to do this, go back to sleep, your bed is better. You say, no, I'm gonna do this because I'm dying to do this. I'm gonna do this because this is who I want to become. And when you do that, you become stronger and it becomes easier. So this is the 5 principle. When you include these in your life, you will feel more aligned as the person you want to become. The deen would not be a problem because you're doing what you really want to, because you already know what you want to do, but you're just not doing it. And the thing you have to do is you have to do the thing you want to do. Are you with me? So if this video helped you guys, I would love you guys to like, subscribe, share, and join the Skool community I am launching right now. When you're watching this video, it's probably launched, but it's a community where I will gather the Ummah and we will make it stronger. There you will have more tips, tricks, nutrition plans, training, accountability group with like-minded killers, and really it's a place where self-development and these principles live and breathe. It's basically a breathing ground for a better version of yourself. So if you really want to achieve this transformation, start with the principles and join the Skool group, and inshallah you will make it there. And remember, if this video isn't a coincidence, this feeling you have isn't a coincidence, this urge of becoming better, subhanallah, it isn't a coincidence. Everything is from Allah. So this is your sign, this is everything. You have to take action now, because Moses, he split the water, but who split the water? Yes, subhanallah, Allah split the water. But why did he have to slam his staff? Why did he have to slam his staff? Then the water split. Subhanallah, because you have to take the first step. So take the first step, join the Skool community, become active in the Skool community, set yourself a goal, include these principles daily, read them out loud morning and evening, remind yourself of your principles, don't listen to your nafs, don't listen to the shaitan, become a better version of yourself. And alhamdulillah, if this video helped, like, share, subscribe, and I see you in the Skool community. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.